Hi guys, good morning. It's me, Clarissa, here on Clarissa Says, where Clarissa says it all, and that is how I feel. So, for those of you that have not heard about Cyntoia Brown, or for those of you that have heard about Cyntoia Brown recently in the news, but have never actually watched the documentary that came out for her, this story is for you. So I'm going to give you a background on who Cyntoia Brown is, you know, her story, everything that happened to her up until now. And then we're going to go into the details about what is going on now and how she was given clemency to get out of prison on August the 7th, 2019. So you guys, here is the details about Cyntoia Brown. So, Cyntoia Brown was born in 1998. She had a documentary, revolved around her and her life story and the situation that had happened to her. If you guys want to check a documentary out, it is actually titled Me Facing Life, Cyntoia's Story. So you can find that on YouTube. I think that it actually has it on other websites as well, or there are other places that this documentary is on. But I know that I saw her story on YouTube. So I will link the video that I watched prior to all of this in the description down below. Now, I watched this video or her story about, I say, 2 years ago. That's when I literally started to know about Cyntoia Brown. So from then to now, Cyntoia Brown has been granted clemency. Clemency is just the legal term of clemency. Basically, she's going to get out of prison on parole supervision on August the 7th, 2019, after serving 15 years in prison. This girl went to jail at 16 years old. 16 years old, you guys, and has been sitting in jail since then. She was not charged as a minor for the charges that she received. Was a murder charge, a murder conviction, and also a, I guess, planned robbery, as they call it as well. So she's convicted of that, and she has been, you know, convicted for those murder charges as an adult. She was not sent to juvenile, you know, the juvenile prison, juvenile jail, whatever. She was sent to adult prison at 16 years old. Now, I'm going to go ahead and give you the background like I told you on Cyntoia Brown, so you guys can go ahead and get some information regarding her and regarding, you know, everything that I can give to you guys on her. So I pulled up some information just to make sure that I have all the details correct. I also went ahead and created like a doc for me, so I'm going to read off my notes, and some of the information as well will be information you can find online, but this is just things that I found. I want to make sure that I had everything on her correct for you all to be able to really know her and really understand her story, okay? So, yeah, let's go ahead and get right on in. Before I do so, I want to go ahead and let you guys know this video is sponsored. Thank you to Paparazzi. The account is Wanda. I will go ahead and leave it down below. And so if you guys want to go ahead and purchase any jewelry, this is one of her pieces. She has a whole bunch of nice pieces, and I just wanted to make sure I shout out to the sponsor of this video for that. So shout out to Paparazzi Accessories, Wanda, and that's her name, and I put her link down below if you guys want to buy some of her jewelry for you all. So Cyntoia Brown was born on January 29th, 1988, honey. She is 30 years old as of today in Tennessee. Now, she was convicted of murder. Her parents are Georgina Mitchell and Thomas Brown and Ellenette Brown. Now, Ellenette is her adopted mother. Just in case you guys do not know, Ellenette is her adopted parent. Okay, because her mother, Georgina Mitchell, gave her up when she was only 2 years old. So I'm going to give you a full background now about what happened. So Cyntoia Brown, like I said, was just born in January, and she was given up for adoption by her biological mother, Georgina Mitchell, when she was 2 years old. When she became pregnant with Cyntoia, she continued to consume alcohol, continued to do what she was doing. So she had, her crack, her drugs, whatever she was doing, she continued to do that. And, she was still pregnant with Cyntoia. Okay, so when Cyntoia was, 8 months old, she agreed to give her up to Ayana Brown, but wasn't actually officially given up until she was 2 years old. And Ayana Brown provided a stable home. She made sure that Cyntoia had what she needed. I mean, maybe she wasn't as financially stable as other parents that adopt children, but comparing the household or the home or broken home or not even a home that she would have had with her mother, Georgina, Ayana was like the next best thing. She had a roof over her head, food on her table, and, she paid her bills, and it is what it is. Cyntoia didn't have such a sufficient stable life, and at that setting, of course, knowing that she was adopted and knowing that she was given up at a young age, and that her mother planned this from a long time before, it made her mentally unstable, make her feel like unwanted, make her feel like, why me, stuff like that, especially knowing her mother's past. That would make you kind of have an emotional development or just emotional issues altogether, going through certain things. And not even that, of course, like I mentioned, some people have better situations than Cyntoia Brown, so she wasn't raised in the best environment or the best location she could have been. It still was a stable home, and it still was better than other places, but still. So I feel like all of that played a part into what happened with Cyntoia Brown and how she became a runaway. So of course, around 14, you start to like boys, y'all start like the attention, and being that she's someone that feels unwanted, most likely than not, that's how she kind of got into the whole pimp and prostitution and all of that stuff, started to occur. So by 2004, she was an official runaway. Like I said, around 14, I'm pretty sure she started dibbling and dabbing with, weed or drugs, or like maybe, coke or all that stuff that was given to her. Whatever was accessible at the time, perks, Xanax, whatever. I don't know. But whatever was accessible, I'm pretty sure she started to play around with stuff like that and put her into the wrong crowd. And people in the wrong crowd don't give you good advice. They don't really, they're not there either. So eventually she became to feel like she was a grown woman, or that she could handle herself, and that it was time for her to go. So she left in 2004, and she became a runaway. By this time in 2004, Cyntoia was 16 years old, and she had, by the age of 16, she had encountered so many different situations, from rapes to people abusing her, to people not, she giving her services, and people, fighting her and threatening to kill her, making her feel more unwanted. But the whole point was that, she didn't have that emotional development to actually love herself first, so she tried to find love in different ways, and I feel like that led her down a really, really bad path. So by then, like I said, she has had countless assaults, rapes, in times when she was under influence, probably like liquor or ecstasy or Molly or something, that basically made her body not be there. So people were able to physically and sexually abuse her. Now, she had a pimp called Cut. They also called him Cutthroat. Cut, K-U-T, not C-U-T. Cutthroat was her pimp. Now, this is what the stories say that Cyntoia Brown has said to the Nashville police officers. Okay, I got this right here from the Newsweek. It's an article that I'm reading from Newsweek.com. So, Brown told Nashville police officers that Allen had picked her up at a Sonic drive-in and took her back to his home, where they got into his bed. She said he started touching her, underneath the covers, when she said that she thought that he was reaching for the gun. So again, she probably walked in, saw the guns, and she grabbed one on her own. It is said here that that's the time when Brown pulled out a .40 caliber handgun from her purse and shot him in the head. and that's the court documents that show the activity. Now, when she walked in and saw that gun, she had a purse. I'm pretty sure she's all right. I'm gonna grab one of these, put in my purse, and I'm gonna have it in case anything happens, and just in case anything goes down that I do not want to go down. I'm about to do this. I'm about to get this. I'm about to protect myself one way or another. So, authorities say Brown then took money out of Allen's wallet, took 2 guns of his, and stole his pickup truck and drove it to the nearest Walmart parking lot where she was later arrested. Okay, so after she was booked and read her Miranda rights, Brown called Shokasha, which is, I guess, is one of her closest friends or people that she became close with, and several detectives were listening in on that conversation and told the scene what they had heard. Okay, so she basically said, quote and unquote, "I killed a man and they're charging me with murder." She allegedly said, "I'm serious, I did." The whole time, Brown was reportedly laughing, which means, most likely than not, she was under the influence of some form of drug or something like that, because at this point in time, she wasn't getting the seriousness of it, and it made her look very sinister, of course. So about a week after she was booked, Brown was transported to a Western mental health institute for an evaluation. She wanted to call her adoptive mother, Ayana Brown, and the nurse didn't let her. So once the nurse did not let her tell her mom, like her adopted mother, the mother she only really knows, what happened, she got upset and she attacked the nurse. And she basically screamed at the nurse, quote and unquote, "I shot that man in the back of the head," she allegedly screamed. "And bitch, I'm gonna shoot you 3 times in the back of your head and would love to see your blood splatter on the wall." So again, she is frustrated. You gotta understand, she's frustrated. So, as I just went over, at this point in time, she has been booked. They're trying to test her to see if anything's mentally wrong with her because of the fact that she was laughing and so sinister when this happened. And at this point in time, I'm pretty sure she's fed up. She just wants to talk to her mom. She probably has definitely came down off of those drugs, or she's off of the whatever feeling or whatever she had in her system, and the ish that hit the fan, right? So she's like, I just call my mom, let her know what's going on before the stories come out. I'm pretty sure is what she's thinking, before the stuff hits the fan and everything, it's out into the public, you know? Or at this point in time, it may have already been out in the public, but she just wants, of course, let her mom know what's going on. And when I say her mom, I'm talking about Ayana Brown, not Georgina Mitchell, because she doesn't know Georgina Mitchell. Ayana is the one who basically raised Cyntoia Brown. So the nurse told her no. She got angry, and to sum it up, Brown was charged as an adult. She did not have a trial. She did not take the stand. Like, she had a trial, but she did not have the opportunity to take the stand to tell her side for the trial. The prosecutors basically gave the side of the story, let the jury know what, you know, was the story, and the jury decided off of the prosecutors explanation or description of what happened to Johnny Allen. Now let's just be honest, like, this is, now that you guys all know the story, you know what's going on, and we already talked about how she is going to get out on August the 7th. She had a clemency trial where they went over her case and they granted her clemency, y'all. So, you know, that's just that. But let's just be honest, before I go into the details of the clemency and how that happened, she is a melanated queen. She's a melanated person. She's a human of melanated complexion. She has melanin in her skin. Like, let's just go there. So, oh my God, statistically, it is proven that people of color are actually sentenced harsher and actually sentenced longer than someone that is just Caucasian or white, as people call it. Because I don't believe they're, you know what, I've never seen a white person ever, but whatever. So already the state is against her. And on top of that, she's in, you know, Tennessee. That's a southern state. That is a history known southern state that dealt with racism, and we're still dealing with it till this day. Of course, things are changing, the times are changing, but the stats are still there that there was racism. There's still racist people, and there's still subconscious prejudgments on people in people's minds that are expressed throughout their brain and throughout their lyrics, their mouth, their words, their actions towards other people that are not like them. And personally, this is one of those cases where you do have a young, melanated black person. I saw my check, black is black, and I have yet to see someone that's that black. Even the darkest person looks more purplish black, brown, with the dark tones than black. But anyways, the black person is going to be proven to have a harsher sentence than any other person. Now, that I just want to get off of my chest, because I feel like this is one of the cases that happens to Cyntoia Brown. And for those of you that know her name, her middle name is Denise, Cyntoia Denise Brown, and she was sentenced to life. She was literally sitting a life sentence, like over 51 years of prison time, for her to even be able to get parole. So yeah, it was really, really bad. But I'm going to go ahead and give you guys the details as to what's going on now, because I don't want this video to go too long. But I just personally feel like this video is very important, and there's many people that have gone through the same exact situation as Cyntoia Brown, but we live in a society where it's a justice system, and it will take all hell and high water to get all these people out that have had situations like this. We don't live in a world that they will just release people that technically are not at fault. I don't believe that she is at fault to protect herself. She really was protecting herself, and that's how I see it. She was being raped. She was going to be raped if he did not already touch. He touched her. That alone is molestation at its best. So I don't see it as that, but there's a whole bunch of, different things and situations that happen with sex trafficking, especially minor sex trafficking, and that is what really was her case with Cyntoia Denise Brown case at this point in time. But I'm gonna read you this article, and then after this, I'm gonna go ahead and end the video, y'all. So this article is titled "Celebrities Rallied Around Cyntoia Brown, but Some Worry About the Kardashian Effect." The Kardashian Effect, basically, people see that all these artists and all these high, known people, valued people, are actually supporting Cyntoia Brown. So, like domino effect, who's next, what's going to happen next, stuff like that. So we hope that the same shot will be available to everyone, but the reality is we don't live in that kind of a world, says one defense attorney. So I'm going to read this article for you guys really, really quickly. When Cyntoia Brown learned her fate this week, which is the week of January 10th, that Tennessee's governor was granting her clemency from a life sentence for murder, she was backed by a brigade of powerful celebrities who, for more than 1 year, shared headlines about her with millions of people. Rihanna, Drake, LeBron James, Kim Kardashian West, and a lot of other big names were actually, putting her out publicly on social media, and basically giving her the hurrah and the push to let her know that you did the right thing, sis, by going ahead and protecting yourself the best way you could possibly at that point in time. So Cyntoia Brown, we now all know, who was a teen human trafficking victim, was convicted in the 2004 fatal shooting of a man who had hired her for sex. Now, while Brown's impending freedom is giving renewed hope to prisoners who believe the criminal justice system has failed them, defense attorneys and legal experts worry that the advances of celebrities' endorsements might overshadow an already fraught process that finds many inmates at a disadvantage, either for the situation that happened, either because there's no proof of what they're saying, either because of their race, so automatically decide that they are wrong, either because the justice system is just effed up. either because there's no hard, like I said, no hard evidence, no other side of the story, so they go with what the prosecutor says, or what the whatever the police officers at the point of the scene, or whatever the prosecutor says. And when it comes down to it, when you're appointed a attorney, they're really there to put you to jail. Like, they're about numbers. Of course, situations where not like that, but most cases not. The prosecutors and the people are there to fund the justice system, and the more people they have in jail, the more the numbers are for the government and for the prosecutors, for them to have their job. So their job is to literally put you into jail, to be honest. So a lot of inmates find that the process, they're at a disadvantage. So they're very cautious about the Kardashian effect, and the celebrity piece in Cyntoia Brown case made people pay attention, and it was a nice catalyst to get her to the point where she can now be heard and taken seriously, and not looked at as a sinister adolescent that killed a man. Because during her first original trial, she did not actually go to the stand and actually give her side of the story at all. She was told by her attorney at the time to, not testify, which was not fair. So then they ended up to her in 2006 on her trial, basically siding with the prosecutors and convicting Cyntoia Brown of first-degree murder and life sentences in prison. Now, Brown's attorneys that Brown have been arguing since then that she deserved a fair trial, and she was given one, y'all. And so that is where we are as of right now. To conclude on this video, and to conclude on the Cyntoia Brown, or Cyntoia Denise Brown piece that I'm doing right now in this video, she was granted clemency from the Tennessee's governor on Monday, the 7th of January. So January 7th, this past Monday, today's the 10th of January, she was given clemency by the governor. If you guys want to know what's the governor's name, let me go ahead and find that for you guys. Tennessee Governor Bill Haslam. He was the one who granted clemency for Cyntoia. So, girl, from being a victim of sex trafficking and rape and forced into paid sexual exploitation to stay alive, she had, and then to be put in jail for 15 years, to basically, as an adolescent, at the age of 16, be thrown into adult prison with no hope of getting out. I know she's like, thank you, Creator, this is so much of a blessing. I know that she is like having so much gratitude, for every person that helped her throughout this entire situation. I can only imagine the pain and the hurt that she has experienced and had to go through in prison, and mentally, the hurt that she has faced, the emotional distraught that this young girl had to go through is truly amazing. But at the age of 30, she is getting out. She'll be out August the 7th. And I know that she is excited. I know that we are all here excited. And I'm so happy to hear that she finally is going to get out on, of course, parole with supervision, supervised parole. And then now she can go into the world and, of course, live her best life. We all know she's going to be on these TV shows. She'll probably go on Oprah or the what's that show, or The View. She's going to be, when she gets out, she's going to have so many interviews. It's going to be amazing. I'm pretty sure. Especially with all of the support that she has from these celebrities and these people that people find to be truly important in the world. she is going to be able to live her life, and hopefully she's giving opportunities for work. Hopefully she's giving opportunities to survive, and so therefore she will never have to go back. I know being in jail 15 years, she's not going to go back to that kind of a life, like being forced into prostitution or even being around the wrong crowd, which is what I'm saying. I'm not saying she will go back to prostitution. I'm saying she may go back because of the environment she's around into the wrong crowd to get her in trouble again. That's what I mean. And I know after sitting in jail since she was a child, a teenager, she's going to choose her company very, 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 very wisely. So with that, I'm going to just go ahead and tell you guys I appreciate you listening to this video, getting to the end of this video. You are a star. This is a story that you should not click off of. And I appreciate you for staying to the end and listening to what's going on, what happened to this girl. Please stay active with her in her life. You know, mentally sending her as much positivity as possible because she's going to need it. Also, if you are new to my channel, hi, thank you for coming to my channel today. I appreciate your support by watching this video, and I would love to see you on my next one. If you're a returning subscriber, hey fam, I thank you for your support and joining my channel and actually staying active and not doing your goals. Make sure you go ahead and comment down below, share this video, and like. If you are a brand new subscriber and you have not already subscribed yet, go ahead and subscribe. I would appreciate your support as well. If you like to find my Instagram, go ahead and find my Instagram. It's Clarissa Says, KLARISSICASAYS. You can also find me on Snapchat. And again, I appreciate you guys to subscribe, watching this video, and subscribing. And other than that, ladies and men, I'll see you later, y'all. Peace out.